Chapter 9, Mixed Practice, is intended to give you some strategies for figuring out which formula of all the gazillions of formulas that we've been using is the right formula for the scenario that you're looking at. And so I'm going to focus on the difference between two different interest types and then look at an example of each of those types so that you can identify both what the differences are and then which formula you should use based on how the scenario is written. Let's start with what's the difference between compound interest and annuities. And compound interest, I know, is interest that gets added onto your account every month or every year, however often you're compounding, and in the subsequent months, you get interest on that principal, the amount you put in to start with, and the interest that you have previously accrued. And in that way, you get this sharp curve. Remember the Excel work that we did? That's the same kind of thing that you're looking at, compound interest. Then annuities, I remember, are when you make a payment every month or a deposit every month and you're saving up toward some sort of long-term goal. Perhaps it's retirement or college for your child, or it could be even a shorter term like a Christmas club account or something along those lines. And I also know that annuities use compound interest. So the annuities formula is taken from the compound interest formula. So they both are using compounding. They both use an N and they calculate every month or every year. So the big difference, I think, is going to be that with compound interest, we put in one big chunk of money and we leave it sit. But with annuities, we put in a little bit every month or every year and then gain interest on that over time. When I look at what I wrote out, I think the important parts here are that first I'm identifying with compound interest, and then you deposit a large chunk and leave it to grow. So you're starting with a large chunk of money and you leave it. While with annuities, you're depositing a smaller amount, but then the important part here is each month to help your account grow. So one more time, with compound interest, you deposit one big lump sum or big chunk of money at the start and leave it sit, while with annuities, you deposit a maybe smaller chunk each month or each year at regular intervals and then let your money grow interest on interest with both accounts.